Sikh is a problem. I would call it alcohol is a problem.
Right. Can I talk now?
Do you understand?
Let me say, content over everything. When it comes to drinking and stuff, I know you keep going on about that. When you let's concentrate on the intoxicants and the drinks. Just because a Muslim is giving a girl intoxicants doesn't mean he's drinking it. To him, in his own brain, he may
he's not allowed to hold it.
Hold on, it doesn't matter.
It.
To him, he may be making excuses.
He's not allowed to hold it. Or buy it.
Right, so
or touch it.
When you're in
or
the supermarket.
it. No. You're not allowed to buy it.
Does that make them non-Muslim?
Yes. No, it's a major sin. They're not acting like a Muslim.
Sin.
They're not acting like a Muslim.
If someone does a major sin,
they're not acting like a Muslim.
If someone does, I need to ask something. What will take you out the fold of Islam?
Shirk. Worshipping
So
other
how
gods.
do you know whether the people that were convicted of these crimes done shirk?
Huh?
How do you know that the people that are convicted
I don't
of
know
these
that it does
crimes?
shirk, but I know
So
this.
you cannot say they're not Muslim.
Oh, can I ask a question? I can say I know the people that were arrested and put on their form whatever halal meat when they were in prison or Muslim and this, that, and the other, that they were not acting as Muslims.
I've already said they're not following Islam. But are they Muslims?
They were not acting as Muslims, though.
No, are they Muslims?
They're Muslims,
not about acting as Muslims. Are they Muslims?
They're Muslims giving a bad example.
Yeah, so
they're not
Muslims.
submitting to Allah's will.
Good. You've walked something. You've stated they're Muslim now. Yeah?
No, I've stated no, I never.
They're bad Muslims.
No, they
are bad Muslims.
I stated they're not acting like Muslims.
But they're bad Muslims.
They're not acting like Muslims.
But they're bad Muslims.
They're not acting like Muslims.
But are they bad Muslims?
They're not acting like Muslims.
Are you feeding them?
I'm saying to you, I'm saying they're not acting like Muslims.
Are you saying they're not Muslims?
I said they're not acting like Muslims.
So if a man comes here and drinking, do you have a right to say that man's not a Muslim? Or is he committing a sin?
I have a right to say he's not acting like a good Muslim.
Not acting like a good Muslim?
Yes.
Does that mean he's not a Muslim?
No, he's not acting like a good Muslim.
But listen to me. Does it mean he's not a Muslim? Because there's a difference.
Can I answer my way?
Not acting like a Muslim and not being a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim. He may not be acting like a Muslim. What is it? You need to define it, because if someone is drinking, and they are doing something, are they still Muslim?
Huh?
If someone is drinking right now over there, are they still Muslim? Or are they just doing a sin?
Hold on. They're not acting in the form of Islam as a true Muslim.
You have said, I agree with you. I'm saying, are they still a Muslim?
Raj, that's the difference between me and you.
No.
See, the difference between me.
Very
but Raj,
simple.
that's the difference between you. See, this is the reality situation.
Dude, are they still Muslim?
This is the reality situation.
It's very important, though.
See me, because I think, yes, I'm not going to do what you do. I know, I'm careful.
Definitely think, man, don't worry.
I care when it comes to other people's religion, how I portray them. You don't give a damn. Yes? So the whole thing is that
I do give a damn.
No, you don't give a damn.
But when there's a grooming epidemic here, of an
you don't give a
scale
damn.
going around the whole UK,
you don't give a damn.
Then I have to identify the perpetrators.
Don't give a damn.
This is not about being PC now. I'm sick of the PC culture.
Excuse me.
If a particular community is committing a crime 85% of the time, but they only make up 4% of the population,
excuse me.
There's a problem.
In this country, the majority of black boys here that grow up in London, I'm talking about London, yes? In the majority of black boys that are born into Christian families, yes? And they're identified as Christian, yes? Okay, now we have a thing of black boys stabbing each other up.
Yeah.
Is it Christian knife crime? Is it black Christian knife crime?
Well, you can't say it's a black knife crime, can you?
Why would
you can still identify?
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
That's ignorance.
If you just said knife crime, how are you going to identify what the group? So each particular.
That's saying in Liverpool they have knife crime, but it's white people.
Hold on. If you have a disproportion between the population and the offence, you need to identify the population.
But the problem is not that they're black.
Hold on. Just for argument's sake, I'm going to say it again. If you have a population of only 4%. And they're committing a crime 85% of the time, you need to identify that particular population. You can't just call them, they're just people.
Raj, why do we have to, in London, where there's a high concentration of black people, call it black knife crime? Is it Christian knife crime?
Well, you can still identify as black knife crime.
Is it Christian knife crime?
Well, you can still identify as black knife crime.
No, I never asked you that question. Is it black Christian knife crime?
You can still identify as black knife crime.
No, answer the question. Is it black Christian?
I've answered it.
What?
I said you can still identify as
Excuse
black
me,
knife
the
crime.
majority of people in this thing are born, if you go to their mum's house where they're staying at the moment, there's a cross
all right, let me answer.
And when they go to jail, Feltham, young offenders, they type in religion, Christian and so forth. Yes, they're not going to put atheist or agnostic, they're going to put Christian. So what I'm trying to say, the majority of black boys, yes, that are stabbing each other in London and so forth, yes, they're black and they're born into Christian family. Yes, and if you look at their home, they identify for Christian when they go, because that's what you said about Muslims. Yes? Okay, so do we call the knife crime that's going on in Peckham, Brixton and London black Christian knife crime? No, we don't. Why?
Hold on.
Why?
Hold on. It's not about why. This is the way he wants to do it.
Answer the question.
Come back then.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can't drop the mic and walk and come back.
Think about it.
You need to walk and we'll keep on walking.
Think about it.
You've lost.
Answer the question.
He's dropped the mic, but he's come back.
Answer the question.
When you drop it, you walk and you never seen it again.
I'm going to drop it again.
I'm going to drop the mic.
I'm going to drop it again.
I won't disrespect you.
God, is it?
So the thing is, This particular argument is going into circles.
No,
the thing
you ain't
is,
got answer.
hold on.
Answer it.
If you could prove,
Yeah.
that say 90% of the people that were committing that crime from a Christian
They
background, and they're
do.
black.
The majority of blacks.
Well, there's no blacks. There's no Muslims.
The
There's no.
majority of blacks in London are Christian. This is a Christian country.
Is really? There's a lot of
Do
black
you see
Muslims
any?
there.
Excuse me. In this
Where's the statistics though?
What are you talking about? This is a Muslim country.
But one second, you need to show me statistics first.
What are you talking about? Is it?
No, you can't just say to me that's a fact without showing me statistics.
What are you talking? Raj, you know where you are?
I've met more Muslim black people.
Raj,
hold on.
Raj.
I've met more Muslim blacks than I have, Christian blacks. Maybe because I'm just going here.
Yes, that's what I said.
So I've met more Muslim blacks than I have
That's rubbish.
Christian. While I've come here, I don't
you
really
telling me?
Hold on, I come to Speaker's Corner. I don't really associate with people outside Speaker's Corner. So when I come here, the majority of black people I'm meeting are from a Muslim background. You're black and you're Muslim. And there's a lot of other black Muslims
I come from
here.
a Christian background.
You came from a Christian
And I
background, but what
identified
are
as
you
Christian
now?
when I was robbing people.
But what are you now?
No, but in jail, I wrote Christian on my robberies. I identified as a Christian.
Look, can I say something?
Raj,
I'm going to end this
Raj,
conversation.
you got amnesia.
No, hold on. I have said, before I come back to the park again, if people come up to me, out of respect for saying I've spoken to him, everybody else here, if I don't want to speak to you, I won't speak to you because I want constructive conversations. If you are just going to blame the victims and can say there's not a problem, then there's no point talking. There is a problem, whether you like it or not. The majority of the perpetrators of type 1 street grooming are from a Pakistani, Afghan, Indian, Bengali background who happen to be from a Muslim background as well. That's the faith that they call themselves, not me.
Listen, we are in London. When you go to school in London, you're taught about Joseph and Mary and the three wise men and frankincense and myrrh. You are not taught about the Islamic story. We are in London. This is a Christian country. You get taught Christianity in school, yes? I don't know did you go to state school?
I didn't get taught Christianity.
Huh?
I got taught everything.
When you go to school, most church schools teach you Christianity and so forth, yes? Okay, so what I'm trying to say to you, most people that are growing up in this country are black Christians. In London, most black boys are Christian because the schools are Christian, because it's a Christian country. So the black boys are stabbing each other over postcodes, yes? Now I'm asking you, we never refer to it as a black Christian knife crime. Why?
How do I know why they don't?
Okay, you know this is a Christian country, yes?
Hold on.
Yes.
It's a Christian country, but
Okay.
I met a lot of black Muslims as
Okay,
well.
and you know the majority of black people in this country are not Muslims because it's a Christian country, yes?
I don't know that because I haven't got the statistics.
Okay, Raj, in India...
I can assume. I can
Raj,
assume that.
I'll
assume it.
Okay, Raj, in India, the majority of people are Hindus, yes?
I said for argument's sake, I'll assume it is.
Okay, so why don't we call it black Christian knife crime?
I'm not going to go around in a circular
You know
argument.
why?
Yeah?
You know why we?
I'm not going to go around in a
You know
circular
why we don't
argument.
call it black
The
Christian
thing is,
knife
you have to accept
you
the
know what?
fact.
Raj,
You have to accept the fact. Hold on.
Yes.
You have to accept the fact, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
We're not all lying.
Yes. Raj.
Do you think?
Okay, Raj. Do you think? That,
hold on. Do you think here that all of these people that have gone to court and they've been convicted, the victims and stuff, are they all lying when they said the guys were from a Muslim background?
I don't disagree. Yes, that what areas is it? What areas?
It's all over the place.
Okay, I don't disagree that there's certain areas, where amongst some Asians, yes, that there may there's a high what is it? Amongst some sections,
propensity to do a particular crime.
to groom crime. I'm not, and I don't deny that. Yes, and I don't deny that you should take care of that problem. I do not believe there's something inherent in Asian people. Yes, Asian Pakistani Muslims DNA or their makeup or something about Pakistan that makes them naturally Julia. I don't believe they have a biological.
Sorry, but whatever you think, the statistics
Raj,
show there's a problem.
Okay, I believe there's a problem.
No. So I believe
it should be solved.
Hold on.
No, you hear me out. I'm agreeing with you.
Let's go on a good.
I'm agreeing with you. There's a problem. I agree with you. There's a problem, and I agree with you should be tackled. But I'm not naive. I don't believe, whether it's Sikhs, whether it's white people, whether it's black people, I don't believe any race of people are more inherent by their DNA or their makeup as human beings and their geographical location to be more immoral than other people. I don't believe that.
Whether you believe that or not, a particular crime is happening.
So are you saying that
We're
Sikhs?
What I'm saying to you, there's a particular crime happening.
I agree with it. Should be dealt with.
You may find it uncomfortable and an uncomfortable truth.
It's not comfortable being.
Hold on. It's uncomfortable to.
I'm not Asian.
I know, but because you're Muslim, you feel like I'm attacking Islam.
No, I don't
I'm
feel.
not.
It's not that.
Until I start saying Islam, yeah, I say Muslims, and Muslims are people, and you cannot tell me whether that person is a Muslim or not.
Raj.
It's up to them whether they're Muslim.
Okay, Raj, I'm saying to you this. I don't believe that. So I don't believe that because of Sikhs, yeah, Punjabi Sikhs, geographic location, and Indian makeup, that makes them more. That makes them they're any weaker to other people when it comes to alcohol, and they're compared to white people and compared to black people, they got low self-discipline and they act crazy when they drink alcohol. I don't believe that.
I never said that.
No,
First, so you don't believe that. I've never used that argument.
That's what you're saying. I've
told you all communities have an issue. The Sikh community has a problem with alcoholism, yeah? The white community probably has a problem with alcoholism, drugs, cocaine and all that
so
kind of stuff.
So the problem is alcohol,
what I'm saying to you.
So the problem is alcohol.
I've always said alcoholism is a problem.
Exactly, so it's not Punjabi or white.
So, look, what I'm saying to you, certain communities,
yes.
Hold on, let me ask you a question then. You have India, you have Gujaratis, which are very close to the Punjabis.
Yeah.
Why is there not a problem with Gujaratis and alcoholism?
Okay, I don't know.
So when you're saying environment and people's temperament and genetics don't make a difference,
okay.
I don't agree with that. I think the Sikhs and the Punjabis, or people from the Punjab, whether they're Hindus and whatever, tend to be more kind of in your face kind of people.
Raj, I don't believe that you believe that black people are inherently more evil by their biology than Asian people.
Of course not.
Okay, but there's something that happens to black people that there's a situation with them in London. Yes?
Yeah.
So the problem is not that they're black. The problem is that they're in a situation. We agree, yeah?
The problem. This is going into a different thing about street crime. You know, and I know that hypermasculinity is a problem within the black community, and
but not because they're black.
Hold on. So, Sikh, the culture and your ethnicity and your race can intermix.
But it's not biologically.
It's not biologically, no.
That's
But if you're being brought up in a particular environment where you have to be a man, you can't cry, you can't show emotion,
but it's not because
and the only way to deal with a problem is to knock the other guy out, you will become a particular street.
But this is what I'm trying to say. But being black, coming out as a black person biologically doesn't tell you that as a black person, to be a man, you have to knock people out. You have to stab people and not show any feeling.
No, but
your skin colour doesn't do that.
Doesn't
your
do
environment,
that.
and not having father.
Your environment would do that, but over a period of time, that particular behaviour would then be very specific to that group.
I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you.
So I'm using the same argument with the Sikh Punjabis.
Exactly.
That over a period of time in the Punjab, they were constantly at war for 1,000, 2,000 years.
Exactly.
Constantly fighting. Those people from the Punjab now are very in your face and rambunctious people.
Exactly.
So when they wind down, they might want to drink.
Exactly.
So that's the way the Sikhs handle it. But that doesn't mean it's right.
So that's exactly. So if I took the same set of problems that the Punjabi Sikhs have and I applied it to white men, I applied it to European people, I applied it to Africans, it'd be the same outcome.
We have a problem with it.
It'd be the same outcome, yes?
Within the white community, there are people on coked up. I've seen it, and I've seen people within areas that are using other types of intoxicants. The Sikhs' intoxicant is alcoholism, not coke or stuff.
You never answered my question.
I have asked you a question because every community reacts to stress in a different way.
Let me say my question again.
Do you not think that
Raj, this is my...
When you have a culture of hyper-masculinity in the black culture, and you're saying to the guys, I've seen it myself when I was growing up, the black guy's always going to be the tougher. The thing, you then put undue pressure on these boys,
I agree with you.
To make them believe...
We agree this.
I don't know. And the same with the Punjabis, we have a situation where we have like a repression in terms of talking about things and talking about openly about things, and also because of our kind of robustious nature, we then sometimes might use alcohol to suppress our problems.
I agree with you. So what I'm saying, if I take the same situation,
we need to cut this short, man.
Yes. So if I take the same situation exactly.
Oh no, dude, we're gonna stop it.
So I'm saying to you, our things are always an hour and a half. Our things are always an hour and a half. So what I'm trying to say to you, Raj, if you take the same situation that the Sikhs are going through in Punjab, yes?
He hates all Sikhs, bro.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say
love
to you,
the Sikh brothers, man. Love the Sikh.
So what I'm trying to say to you, do you know what you need? You need basics of Sikh versus Raj. That's what you need.
No, basics of Sikh. Can I say something?
So anyway,
I'm doing the guy's portrait, and they're never coming back here because they've already told me they find the place toxic.
So they agree with you, basically.
Yeah, they believe that, and I agree. What I'm saying is that the place of Speaker's Corner is not a good place to do promotion of Sikhism.
Do basic of Sikhs believe you're a good influence?
I don't know them all.
Do they agree with your position on Tommy Robinson?
I'd never asked them, so what do you think?
What do you think?
I don't really care.
Okay.
So what do you want me to do?
Anyway, so the point I'm trying to say
do you think if I cared about what people thought, do you think I'd be staying here free Tommy Robinson, big up Tommy Robinson?
Okay, Raj.
Would I be doing that?
Okay, Raj. If I take the same...
Big him up, free him, let's move.
Okay, if I take the same problems that the Punjabi Sikhs are going through and I apply them to whites, yeah, or blacks, yes. If I take these problems the Punjabi Sikhs are going through and I apply them to white people or black people, Africans or Jamaicans, yes, will they suffer from the same problems?
I believe that environment over a long period of time
I agree.
will change a particular community's behaviour.
Okay.
When you have people from an area that is continually war-torn and they've been fighting non-stop for 2,000 years, those particular people will be built better. When you go to the Punjab, I'm going to give you a statistic. The Indian army is made up of 15% Sikhs. All the most decorated regiments are Sikhs. Guess how much we make of the population? 1%.
Yeah.
So why is that? The environment.
Yeah. Okay. So exactly, you agree with me.
We're going around in circles.
We agree.
We're going around in
so
circles.
We agree.
I'm not going to agree or disagree. The title will still be up. I'll change it to Asian Muslim Grand because I forgot to do that.
Okay, but Ras, we agree, yes, that what the problem is that Asian, Sikh, Punjabis, yes, they have a hard life, they've been conquered and stuff, and this applies pressure, yes?
I'm just saying any community that is, I'm just using the Sikhs as an example because I'm from there, and the Punjab, that if you're from an area which is constantly war-torn for a long period of time, those people would tend to be much more militaristic, and that is shown from the recruitment of Sikhs in the Indian army.
Please, hold on. So Raj, what I'm trying to say to you, the problem with the Sikh Punjabis is that they're under pressure, yes? And that leads them to alcoholism, yes?
I don't know where this argument's going though.
No, but you agree with that.
But you need to give me an ending.
I am.
Because we're talking about grooming and now it's going on about Sikhs
I'm asking you, the reason why Sikhs do have a problem.
I know, but I've answered the question because it's my, can I say something? This is my theory. This is not fact. This is not a scientific survey. Yeah, all I'm giving you is my theory. We'll have a lot of Sikhs that disagree with me. But I've given my particular analysis of
we don't
what
care
I
about
think
the
is the
other Sikhs at the moment. I'm talking.
No, but you
I'm talking to you.
that I do though.
Okay, so
I do.
Okay, so your theory is that people are under pressure, so it leads them to alcoholism. Yes.
I'm saying when people are hard-working people that have a hard life and have a very rambunctious people, like the Sikhs are very loud people. When they want to relax, and I've seen it with my own relatives, they go home and they open a can and they drink. It's totally against Sikhism, but they do it. Yeah, not every single one, but the Punjabi culture has now cultured this, and that needs to be taken out. One thing I agree with Islam, I disagree with all intoxicants. Since I stopped drinking, we're going to positive. Since I stopped drinking 6 years ago, I've turned my life around 360. Yeah.
He's saying he wants to take Shahada.
Yeah, I will one day. Come on, let's do it. One day I'll do it. But I'll be a Muslim for one day though. Can I do that?
There's no turning back. I'm joking.
Yeah. I can do it one day.
I'm joking.
Can I do apostasy the next day?
No, you can't.
Let's talk about apostasy.
No. We'll have to hang you from the trees in high.
Oh no!
I'm joking.
Oh no!
No, what I'm trying to say, I'm joking. So what I'm trying to say, anyway, so what I'm trying to say to you is that what allows people to do certain things in certain environments and so forth. So what I'm trying to say to you, I don't believe inherently, biologically, I think it's more environment why people are doing certain things. That's why that includes their religion or their race. But what
will happen over? I'm going to give you an example again. If you have in the beginning, something occurs because of environment. Over a period of time, that particular culture will permeate through the generations, and it would then be part of their culture. Yeah. And this has happened with the alcohol situation. At one point, Sikhs never used to drink, but at some point they started drinking, and now in 2018, there's a problem with alcoholism within Sikhism.
Okay, watch this, Leon, watch this.
Punjabi within Sikhs. Sorry.
The majority of black people in this country, yes, are Christians. Yes. The majority of black people in this country. Are
He's going to drop the mic again.
Okay. The majority of black people.
He dropped the mic before, but you come back. You can't drop it again though. He's going to drop the mic.
Let me speak. It's recording. Okay. The majority of black people in this country. The majority of black people in this country identify as Christian. Yeah. So what happens is that when they go to jail, they put Christian on the form.
I'm dropping the mic. I'm going to take it.
Okay. No, serious now.
No. You dropped the mic on me though earlier.
Okay. And Leon can make a clip out of this.
Don't edit that though.
The majority of people in this country, black people in this country, who go to school, we go to state school. It's Christian, yes. They teach you about Jesus, Easter, Lent and all this stuff, yeah? When they go to prison, if they're in a gang or whatever, or crime, they identify on the form as Christian. They don't put atheist, agnostic or Muslim. They put Christian, yes? Because they raised up, their mum is Christian, she goes to church. Okay, in London, there's a problem with black knife crime, yes? Okay, do we identify as black Christian knife crime?
But
yes?
you've got to give me the statistics of how many Christians have identified. You can't just tell me that. Because I can't just go by your words.
What? So
I can't just go by your words. So when you can give me statistics, I will answer.
They're not Muslim.
If you can give me statistics, I will answer.
Okay, but they're not Muslim, are they?
But no, I can't say that because you haven't
Are
given
they
me
Buddhists?
statistics.
Are they Buddhists?
I don't know.
Are they Sikhs?
Because there is a lot of
Are they
black.
Sikhs?
There are a lot of black Muslims.
No, compared to this a Christian
I know,
country.
but there's a Christian country, but you're still a minority within a minority.
We're a minority.
Of course we're a minority.
So the
that's
Christians
what.
are the majority.
I'm talking about the black population.
Yeah, the majority.
The black population, in the UK is a minority, is it not?
It's a minority.
Yeah. So if there's black crime and they're Christians,
And the Muslims are-
you need to give me the statistics. I've met lots of Muslim black people.
But Raj, we're in this
Loads.
Okay, but Raj, in this country, we go to school. In school, they teach us Christianity.
But what I'm trying to say to you is that even at my school, there was a handful of black people. I remember 2 or 3 of them having Muslim names.
Okay, I'm asking you.
What I'm saying
do
is
you have
that-
many Jamaicans in your class?
I don't know Jamaicans. There probably were Jamaicans, yeah. I remember 1 or 2. It wasn't a lot.
Do you think you see more African? Because Africans can either be Muslim or Christian, yes?
Most of the people that will come between, I'm older, so most of the people are Afro-Caribbean. When I was
Jamaican?
Yeah, and I've met a lot of Jamaican Muslims.
No, they're reverts.
Yeah, but at some point they might become
But they grew
reverts.
up. They grew up as.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, no, but what I'm trying to say to you, in this country, I'm telling you, I'll bring you the statistics.
Yeah, we can't argue about something that we've
No, but we
statistics.
can't say this is a Christian school and
We can assume that most of the black people that come in the beginning will be Christians.
yes,
We can assume that.
Exactly. So what I'm
But
trying
we're
to say to you-
talking about
but
now,
Why, but
when
why
the
don't we
guy-
call it Christian knife crime? Black Christian knife crime?
Well, you're gonna have to ask the BBC and them lot.
No, but you're not.
But I'm not investigating that particular crime.
Would you believe it's right or wrong to do
It's
that?
not whether I think it's right or wrong.
Why
If you
not?
can
Why
prove
not?
to me that it's a Christian that are majority doing it, then fair enough, label it.
What about white child porn?
Yeah, most of the perpetrators of child porn are white.
So should we label white male child porn?
Well, in this country, because we know the majority are white,
No.
when you're saying the majority of perpetrators of criminal convictions, yeah, you would have assumed that most of them are white.
No, you said who?
Well, maybe they should label like that then.
No, they should. Why? Maybe.
Well, do
Tommy,
it then.
he's scared of Tommy watching this video and basically.
I'm not
disowning
scared
him.
of no one,
Should we
man.
label
Dude,
child
who
porn
am I scared
white
of?
child porn? And do you know how many
Call it
people?
that.
Do you know how many people in the EDO have got You know, don't you?
I don't know because I've never spoken to that many people.
Haven't you seen the amount of paedophilia cases?
When white people,
You
yeah,
saw Jed's video.
white people,
You saw
we
Jed's
know
video.
that.
You saw
there is-
Jed's
hold
video.
on, hold on. The problem we have here is, yeah, no one is disputing the statistics for white paedophilia. You are disputing the statistics about the street grooming gangs.
No, but Raj-
so no one is going around saying, oh, it's not 95%. We don't think it's all white people.
Raj, you showed Jed's video
What I'm
on
saying to you-
paedophiles in the EDF. I know you do. I know you said.
I've watched it. I've not watched all of it. I've not watched all
But
of
you
it.
saw how much was in there.
What I'm trying to say to you is that no one is denying this.
No, but you. I never had
Do
it
you
to count
understand the
I ne-
difference when you say?
I never heard of
Hold on,
big-
when
you're not
everybody,
campaigning
when
for
you,
it.
hold on, when you ask a white person like Tommy Robinson, is there a problem with paedophilia with white people? He's not going to go no. He will
doesn't
say
talk
yes.
about it.
He doesn't talk about it because he's trying to highlight an issue which is
He was
undercover.
in the EDO. There was many people. You saw the video. Jeddah had a video talking about what is it? The amount of paedophiles in the EDL. He knows most people. He knows some of them, yeah. And he, with all his big platform, has not spoken out against it. Why?
I cannot speak about Tommy Robinson. All I can do is highlight an issue.
But
that
you
is
know
a-
he was in the EDL.
I can only highlight an issue, yeah, at the moment, at this precise moment, that is affecting my community
But
directly.
you know Tommy-
Hold
you
on.
love Tommy
Hold
Robinson.
on, I don't love Tommy
You love
Robinson.
him. You
When have I
admire
said
him.
that? I don't
You admire
admire
him.
him. I
You
think
don't
he's
admire him.
He's an okay guy.
You don't
Big up Tommy Robinson.
You don't admire
I know
him.
that triggers people.
You
so
don't
I
admire.
say.
You don't admire him.
I think he's a brave
hero
individual.
to you.
He's a brave
He's a
individual.
hero.
A hero is people like that are not heroes to me. My heroes are people in my faith.
So
Yeah,
he's not a hero.
I don't see them as heroes. Yeah,
So he's not a hero.
he's not a hero to me. No, what has he done? What has he done to
He's
make
a
him a
good
hero?
role model.
He's not a good role model. He does a lot of bad things that I disagree with.
Okay.
He's not a good role model. I mean, who would want to follow
You're
his
gonna
role
lose your membership now.
It doesn't matter because
As token-
I've
as token
said,
Asian.
I've said.
You're gonna lose your membership
Hold on,
as to- as-
I've said it before. I'm supporting Tommy Robinson 100% now because he's in prison.
Okay.
Because he's incarcerated for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
When he comes out, when you saw the video I done with COE with Tommy Robinson, what did I say to him? I said there are racists gravitating towards you. Is that somebody that's under the thumb of Tommy Robinson? That I said it to his face.
I don't know how you got into the position you're in.
I'm in the position I'm in because no one else probably wants it, so I'll take it.
Anyway, all I'm just trying to say to you...
Empty vacancy, if you want to take it, you can take it back.
You're saying that you would include the word Muslim because you want to in your feed.
I will use the word Asian Muslim if it makes you feel better.
I'm saying because even though I'm not a Sikh, if I was writing about Sikhs and doing, drinking, abusing alcohol and abusing women after they drink the alcohol, I would include the term Sikh or Sikhism. Why? Because a Sikh is a person who's supposed to be... Can I finish? Can I finish, please? Because a Sikh is not a person. As I understand religiously, a Sikh is a person who's trying to seek the truth. And someone who's abusing girls and getting drunk and stuff is not seeking the truth. And Sikhism has nothing to do with getting drunk. And Punjab as well, I don't believe that biologically, if you come from Punjab, that you're so weak disciplined that you're gonna...
no, I didn't say that.
I'm saying this.
I didn't say that.
I don't believe if you're from a certain area on earth, then you're gonna become an alcohol freak.
I didn't say that.
So what I'm trying to say to you...
It's a theory about what is the alcohol problem within the Punjabi culture.
So Sikhs, I'm just saying, if I was writing about your community, because I respect you as fellow human beings, and I respect your religion and so forth, I would not use Sikh, and I would not use Sikhism because I'm a decent guy.
I'm a kuffar though.
Huh?
Am I a kuffar?
You don't believe Prophet Muhammad is a messenger?
Of course I don't, but I'm a kuffar.
A kuffar is someone who disbelieves in Islam.
I'm joking.
No problem, take it.
No, I need to say one thing while you're still here. I have said categorically, I do not believe a pious Muslim would be going around grooming girls. But there is a situation where people that classify themselves as Muslim, we cannot determine and say they're not Muslim. And there is a problem within the South Asian community that are predominantly from a Muslim background that are having an issue with grooming. It has been affecting the Sikh community, the Hindu community, and now the wider indigenous population. Whether you believe that or not is irrelevant. It's been happening and it's happened, and it will continue to happen until people start taking it seriously. And you can only resolve an issue once you admit there's a problem. Well, do you know how I stopped drinking? When I realised I was a problem with drink.
Drunk.
With drink. No, when I had a problem with, when I knew I was a drunk and I had a problem with drinking.
That was a problem with drink.
It was, but I'm saying, sorry, yeah. So
you sound
I'm still drunk
no,
here. I'm not drunk. People probably wish I should be drunk here, but the thing is that.
What's Puff Daddy's drink called? Where's it called?
The thing is that
Vodka.
The only time I could tackle the problem when I realised that alcohol is destroying my life and it's setting me back. Then I could tackle it. Until that point, it took me 10, 15 years to get to that. 10, 12 years. The same with this situation. It will take time before people accept the situation. But one day, you'll come to accept it and you can deal with it. But let's drop the mic.
We'll drop the mic, but the thing is this. But you know what, that's a bit... You're saying that. When I went to prison, I was raised in a Christian family, but obviously I was robbing people, so I wasn't... But I identified as Christian, on the form, but I wasn't really living a Christian life, but that's a problem, that's not fair. And secondly, if you're saying then, many Sikhs go to jail for different things, driving offences and so forth. When they go to jail, they identify as Sikh, Now if I take them statistics, that's not accurate.
But it's not for me to say they're not Sikh.
No, what I'm trying to say to you, if I go now, I might do this when I go home, and I look up Sikhs that went to Feltham, or Sikhs that went to Wandsworth Prison, or Sikhs that went to Brixton Prison, and then I look at the crimes, driving offence, domestic violence and so forth. If I take that sheet now and say that because of, and it has their parents' birthplace on there, like Punjab or India, If I take that now, that list, and I start thinking, okay, if you're from Punjab and you're Sikh, that means you're a bad driver, or that means you're domestic abuse. That's not right.
If you had a population of 1% and they were being convicted at 70% of domestic abuse, I would say there's a problem within Punjabi Sikh culture with domestic abuse. How can you not see that?
Oh, but hold on.
It's a purport. You're not looking at the moment, the Sikhs have a very low population of prison rate, So we can't be that kind of drunk all the time because we've got not many people in prison. Our prison population is only 1% or 0.8% last time I looked. So what I'm trying to say to you is that I would say if someone said to me, Sikhs are involved in 70% of all fatal crashes, because they're drinking. I would then say, all right, why is this Punjabi Sikh? Why is the correlation 70%?
He lives in London.
70% fatalities in car crashes for drinking, and they only make up 1% of the population. Can you not see why you'd want to link, why you'd want to understand?
He grew up in London.
We're talking about our population.
Yes.
As a hypothetical.
Yeah.
As a hypothetical, I'm saying to you that if the conviction rate of Sikhs of beating their wives was 70% compared to the population, so 70% Sikhs and 30% the rest, but they only make up 1% of the population. Would you not want to know why Sikhs are beating their wives?
But it wouldn't be because he's Asian. It wouldn't be because he's.
But the point is not whether you. It's because obviously it's not to do with Sikhism, but you would still need to identify the community. And how do you identify the community?
I disagree.
You can't just write Punjabi on there.
Do you know why? I disagree because
we don't do a domestic abuse like that. All communities have it.
Do you know why I disagree? If you look in London, there's a high population of blacks. There's knife crime here, but I don't call it black Christian knife crime. Do you know why? Are you listening?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm joking.
The reason why I don't call it black Christian knife crime because it happens in Liverpool with white people. So the problem is not black, and the problem is not white. It's something to do with environment.
I've said that before.
Okay, so it's not a black problem or a white problem.
It's not just
or
environment.
Asian problem.
There's not just environment. This is another topic that we should talk about.
It's not biology.
Hold on, because we should talk about another topic next time about depression. Because I suffer from depression and I've beaten it. One of the problems with the black community I see, there's a lot of pent up masculinity.
But in Bradford,
no, I'm saying to you, I'm trying to say
what
to
about
you,
Bradford?
Maybe even there.
Okay, so
but let me tell you something. I'm trying to say, when I was at school, the black kids are always expected to be the most masculine dudes.
Stereotype.
This is not, this is not healthy for a community where you're here and then you're expected to be hyper masculine. When you're not, you're like an Uncle Tom. You're this or you're that. Or you're a pussy.
Did you say Uncle Tom?
Oh, sorry, no, I was just saying. They might say they're acting white, but what I'm saying is that kind of a culture which is kind of hyper masculating the boys will cause knife crimes because you're making a boy say, oh, he can't show his emotion. What's he going to do?
Yeah, exactly. So we're saying that white people can suffer from
I'm using the same thing about the Muslim population that is South Asian, that they're sexually repressed, and so they're deviating because they are being told that you cannot do X, Y, Z.
They can get a girlfriend.
I know, but the thing is, for them, they cannot openly. You're looking at it from an Afro-Caribbean that they can openly go out with a girl.
No, they don't even openly do it. They can lick her at night.
Dude, why? You need to understand.
It's harder to groom gang than to have a girlfriend in secret.
Not.
Of course it is.
It's not, because they are easily targeting vulnerable girls.
Excuse me. When
these girls have no families behind them, so it's easy to get them.
Excuse me, what I'm trying to say to you, a Muslim guy could go to a strip club. He could pay a prostitute. That's easier than the groom ganging.
To you, it may sound easier.
What do you mean?
From a Western standpoint. How do you know the mindset? How do you know the mindset of a South Asian? Do you see a lot of South Asians going to strip clubs and going to prostitutes and stuff?
No, but
what I'm trying to say to you is that maybe their psychology is different. Maybe they don't want to go to these places because their cousin might be there. That person might be there. So for
have
them,
you groom ganged? Huh? Have you groom ganged? No, you haven't groom ganged, have you?
No, of course not.
So how do you know what their minds think?
I am trying to put myself.
Oh, how do you know?
Because I'm trying to put myself into the mind of the perpetrator.
You haven't done
it doesn't matter whether I've done it.
Yes, it
the
does.
point is, I can still.
You're saying I can't understand because I don't do it. It's not my culture.
Are you telling me that if someone is trying to look into a murder, that they cannot try and look into the murderer's mind?
You wouldn't, but you're not a paid psychologist.
It doesn't. You're saying I don't have to be a paid psychologist to be able to look into the mind and see to understand from their perspective what they are doing. I've thought about this for years, so I haven't.
Can I understand grooming gangs? Can I understand grooming gangs and Asian culture?
I don't think you can understand Asian culture.
You haven't groom gang. Can you understand groom ganging?
I can understand it because I have the one component you don't understand.
No, but you're not groom grammer. But you're not groom grammer.
No, I have the one component you do not have.
Can you understand knife crime?
No.
No, but you just said you understand black people.
You have not the one component.
You just said you understand black people.
I said I've tried to.
Okay, I'm trying to understand groom ganging.
You can try it.
Yes.
But you may succeed.
And you may understand. Do you understand black boys?
But the thing is, you won't be able to do it in one day. You can't just say to me you understand today. It might take you a week.
Who said that? I've just been thinking about it now.
What I'm saying to you is that you've agreed with my analysis of that. Hold on. The difference is this: I don't agree with your analysis of grooming.
Yeah.
You've agreed with my analysis of black boys being pent up and they don't show their emotions, so they might go do knife crime. So we have an agreement on that. So we're not arguing about that.
No, but
You're in agreement with my assessment, aren't you?
that they pent up.
About black boys are I've been told that they have to be hyper masculine and they can't show their emotions. So one way
That's not just black boys.
It's especially with black
In
boys.
Liverpool, it's white boys.
No, it's especially
No,
with black boys.
with
You know
Liverpool-
that
with
because the thing is that
Excuse
there is a
me.
culture of like rap and stuff
No,
that's coming.
no, I don't.
That when you see a black guy, you would expect him to be more masculine than a white. You know that.
No, excuse
you know
me.
that.
There's
That's why.
Excuse
yeah,
me. There's Irish people that are not afraid to fight.
Of course, we're talking about knife
Excuse
crime.
me, there's Irish.
But you've just.
Excuse me.
Hold on, bro.
Excuse me.
You
Excuse me.
agreed with me this 10
Excuse
minutes
me.
ago.
No,
Why are you
no,
disagreeing now?
No, because it's not just black. Because
You
they're black.
agreed with me 10
no,
minutes ago.
because they're not black.
We're arguing for
there's
argument's
There's
sake.
Irish guys that are not afraid to fight, and they will fight.
Of course, I'm not
So-
saying
so there's
you're
Liverpool-
not even hearing what I'm saying.
No, I
I'm
hear what
saying
you're
to
saying.
you.
It's not 'cause they're black.
No, I'm saying to you
You're
that
wrong.
there is a hyper masculinity that is put upon black boys,
And white boys.
especially upon black
No,
boys.
and white boys in,
All-
in Liverpool, in
all
Glasgow.
men, yeah, all men
No.
have this hyper masculinity put upon them, but one particular group.
No,
in
no,
my
no,
opinion,
no. In
you
outside
agreed with me a little while
excuse
ago.
me. There's outside of
You
London.
agreed with me 10
no,
minutes ago.
No, but you didn't say what you're saying now. Outside of London.
Let's go back. I'm pretty sure I said that.
What I'm trying to, no,
Did I say that? I
excuse
don't
me.
know. Maybe I did.
If you go to Glasgow or Liverpool, you're gonna find young guys that are punching each other up over postcodes.
But what we are saying that
It's
hyper
not
masculinity.
exclusive to black people.
No, we didn't say that. I said to you that hyper masculinity is a problem.
Amongst white and black.
But there is a bigger
No,
problem.
there's not a bigger problem.
Within different communities,
No,
yeah.
that's not.
Look, when you have
I disagree with you.
Oh, you disagree?
No.
You agreed with me like half an hour
I
ago.
said in London there's an issue, but outside of London there's
Oh,
an
dude,
issue.
let's end this, man.
Anyway,
It was great to
what I'm
talk to
saying
you,
is
man.
I believe it's not biological, and I believe it's environmental.
I believe that as well.
Okay, cool.
Otherwise, everyone will be like killing each other like left, right, and centre.
Okay.
You can't even do right.
Cool.
And we do get on. We just like have a good discussion. So, anyway, man, let's both drop the mic.
Huh?
Let's both drop the mic.
Content over everything from your Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
How's it going?
Listen.
I'm Sarah Garvey, yeah? No, I'm joking, I'm joking.
Oh, you Saragavi. This is him, man. Stephen Saragavi borrowed a fake account. I know it's him. I've got so many suspicions, man. There's a number of you, dude.
No, what's good? Have you clarified the issue if you're saying it?
Who's he saying?
Oh, no, the guy that you're speaking to. About the